Hey everyone, welcome to the Engineering Toolbox, where we solve real-world engineering problems with common, or maybe not so common, tools. So let's kick it off. This is my first video, and I will be covering some Excel topics as part of my first series. But today we're going to be talking about tables. It's one of my favorite tools in Excel, and it's a simple tool. Many of you probably already know about it, but I think it's a tool that is not utilized as much as it should be. So we're going to cover the basics of table usage. I'm not going to cover any of the basics of Excel. I can provide links to other resources to learn the basics. So we're going to dive right in, and the first thing that we need to do before we create a table is come up with our column headers. So in this example, I'm going to be basically creating a list of videos that I plan on creating for this YouTube channel. So what we're going to do is start off by category. That is spelled wrong. Category. Okay, good. Excel figured it out for me. Okay, so category. So what category will the Excel video be? Or just video in general. What video category will it go under? Category. It will describe the general category that each video will be under. So this video, the category would be Excel, the topic would be tables, the priority, I'll just throw in there, probably not a useful piece of information in this example, notes, that's some pretty basic stuff. Just going to be covering the basics of tables here, so not too important that we get all crazy with it. Just a simple example to learn the functionality of tables and some of the things that it offers. Alright, so we have some column headers. What we can do now is add a table, insert right here, table, and in this case we select the range that we want to turn into a table. You don't have to select the row below. Excel would automatically do that for you, but I just selected the column headers in the one row below, basically just so we have a blank line in our table. In this case, my table does have headers. I put them in there, so we're going to create that, hit OK. So now Excel creates this table for us that we can expand like that or collapse. One of my favorite things about tables is for data entry. So let's say I have a list and I know all the lists, maybe I have it written down or something, and I just want to plow through the list and type it all into Excel. So I can just start by typing in Excel, tab, topic, let's say table creation, priority 1, I'm doing it right now, it's high priority. I don't have any notes, but this is the great thing about data entry in tables, is when you get to the end of it, you just hit tab and it jumps down to the next line. It creates a new line in your table for you. So my next video will be again on Excel as a general category, and we'll say table features. Again, Excel table used for list creation, let's say. We're going to just put all these at priority 1. Okay, moving along. Oops. Excel tables for pivot table data. Another one of my favorite tools. Pivot. I'm getting all jumbled up. Excel is the category. Tables for data storage. and then the final will be a application of the use of a table in a real world problem. So the example will be to do with machine efficiency data. Tables for machine efficiency data. Alright, so we can fill in, I don't know, 2, 3, 3, let's say. So another feature of tables is, well, I'm kind of blending these two. You can tell I really have my stuff figured out here. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm not very organized as far as how I'm going to deliver these videos. But these two, I guess, are going to be blended right into this video. I just decided. Okay, so the category is Excel. Topic, these are the different topics I'm going to cover. I have some priorities. Maybe I can use this to maybe determine the timeline of when I'm going to release them. I love using tables for project lists, lists of tasks that need to be done, that type of thing, and then any notes maybe I want to add to it. I mean, you can add any number of things. One easy way to add columns is to just type over here, we'll say another column. Boom, adds it right in there. Obviously useful, so I'm going to delete that. Again, I can keep going. Tab, 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 it just adds data. So really nice for data entry into lists. Great functionality for that. Let's see, another feature of tables is the banded columns. It automatically does that. I've seen people at work that just, they'll go like this and like this, band the columns, and then they'll go like this and then highlight everything and paste it, and it just, you can tell it's hard on the machine. Sure, you have your band, I didn't copy and paste it right, but you get the idea. Sure, you get banded columns, but what's the point? So I got cut off on the last video. I'll have to get used to that. I'm using I'm brand new to recording videos using the video screen capture, so got some learning to do. It looks like 7 minutes is my cutoff, which I should be able to work with that. I'll just have to keep an eye on that as I go along here, and maybe shut up and stop talking and get to it, huh? Anyways, what was I talking about? Banded columns. Yeah, I've seen people who go through and create their own banded columns, and it gets to be a cluster and a mess trying to maintain that. Tables, especially when using lists. The example that I saw at work was a rejection log. The person who was keeping a tab on rejections from customers went through and just created his own banded columns when really he could have just created the table and then went through and entered his data. Oh, another feature here is in the header we have the sort options. Probably another thing that people are mostly familiar with. Again, it just creates those automatically for you. You can sort largest to smallest, so this would be the least priority. Another good practice here that I should mention is to be clear about the data that you're storing. This is something I'm bad at. I just kind of put in the categories, even for unit data, so data with units, pounds, inches, that type of thing. I'm terrible at labeling it, but it's a practice that everybody should get in the habit of doing. So if this list were shared, nobody's going to know what the scale is for the priority unless we specify that. So 1 is high priority. Now I know that it's specified within the data headers, or the column headers I should say here. So that's important to do. It's a good thing to get in the habit of doing, and it's something that I should probably be working on too. So I think that covers it for just the basic table functionalities. So next I'm going to be talking about well, let's see, we can look right in our example. If we go high priority to low priority, so table features, I covered that. Table for list creation, I covered that. So I guess we're going to be talking about using tables for pivot table data. So we'll see you guys in the next video.